Welcome Witcher 3 Wild Hunt players. This video is going to be how to play Gwent with the starting cards, kind of a beginner's guide. And that came because many of you are probably here because of the show, or you're returning like I was, and I was doing a New Game Plus, and many of my family and friends were like, how do I play this silly game? And I thought I'd look up a video for them, and there's nothing really good about beginner strategies. That's what this video is going to be about. We're in White Orchard now. The game will progress you here on your own, and you will get here with your 250 coins that you start with. You're here with Vizima, and you can go to the options, go down to gameplay, and all the way at the bottom will be Gwent difficulty level. It's on normal. You can put it on easy if you're having a struggling to get through it, but just so you do know, you can make it easy, normal, or hard. So we're in the inn where you need to start, or where the game brings us to. And then once you get through, it'll automatically put you here. It'll give you cutscenes to get you into that until Vizima and you are sitting and you're getting ready to go and talk to some folks. You will talk to the innkeep here.
Something else you'll be needing.
And what you need to do with any innkeep, any merchant, any blacksmith, any armor, anybody you can talk to that has an icon, you need to check with them, see what they're selling. Some of them are selling cards. Buy all those cards. And if they offer to play you Gwent after you buy those cards, put them in your deck if you want, and then you can choose to play Gwent with them, and many times win a card from those folks. This video, I'm hopefully get through the first 7 card games to show different strategies, or at least be able to show you all the cards if it doesn't take too long. It's probably going to be a long video, but hopefully it's going to help a lot of people, because it's very frustrating if you can't figure it out, and I don't want anyone quitting this game, because this game's amazing. So what are you selling? We're going to click on this here.
Anything interesting under the counter?
Depends what you're after. Have a look.
Make sure you buy from this lady right away if you can, because she will no longer be here once you progress a little farther. But fear not, if you don't buy these cards, or you didn't and you're already past this point, the merchant out in front here in White Orchard, the guy you saved from the Griffin, he should have these cards at that point out in front. So we want to get this leader card here, this Fultus leader card, and go ahead and buy these guys. And what that'll do is bring your money down to 90. But on my way here, I was looting everything that I could. So definitely want to do that so you can sell this stuff right back to this merchant. Get all your money back. Anything you can loot, and then sell your weapons to the blacksmith, sell your gear or clothing to armors. Now we've got those cards, and we're done talking to her. She didn't offer to play a game, so we're not going to do that. Your very first game will be right over here, and I'm going to go ahead and start this, and then I'll bring it back after the cutscene's done when you get to play cards.
A moment, Witcher.
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
So once you say goodbye to this guy, he will stop you and try to play cards with you. Definitely go ahead and do all right. You're going to get your deck of cards.
Why not?
Splendid. Here's how it's done.
And these are your cards. The Northern Realms. You have 4 decks. If you see at the top, this is Northern Realms, Societal, Monsters, and Nilfgaardian Empire. The other 3 decks are not going to be full, because the one you start with is this one. You see the leader in the middle? I want to change him, because we just bought that one from the innkeep, and I want to change it to this guy, and he clears all weather effects. This is a really powerful card early in the game. It'll help to free up your troops if they use it, but by doing that, I don't care about weather. So on the left, all these cards on the left, those are not in my deck. All the cards on the right, they are in my deck. What I want to do is, you see right there where it says number of unit cards, 21 of 22, it's red. You need to have at least 22 unit cards, and then you got special cards after that. I like to keep my deck from 22 to 25 cards total. That way, whenever I'm being dealt and I'm dealing from my and drawing from my pile, I'm drawing the best cards that I can get. I don't care about weather cards, because I don't like to play with them, except for like if I'm playing against a monster deck, then I'll use the Biting Frost, which will come in handy later. Hopefully I'll be able to explain that to you against a monster deck. So now we're down to 21 of the 22 unit cards still, but I want to get all these guys in over here. We want the decoy card. We'll explain how that works later. and all these higher number guys. Okay, so we'll leave the 2 and the 1. We've now got 24 unit cards. We've got to get, we don't got to, but we're going to. We want to get down to the 22 number. And let's choose to get rid of one of these. No, we want to get rid of this guy. Even though he matches up. What the handshake means is if those 2 cards, you see there's ×2 at the bottom of the card, that means I have 2 of them. If you put those 2 next to each other, they will multiply. So the ones they will each be a 2. Same with the guy next to him, the Blue Stripes Commando. I have 3 of them. If I put 2 of them together, they each become an 8. If I put all 3 of them on the line of the same, they each become a 12. So those are very important cards, but right now we don't really care to have that card in our deck. So now I'm down to the 22 unit cards, as you see in the middle. Total of 23 in my deck, and with 1 special card, which is my decoy. And if you look at the top, this is your whole deck. These are your close combat. These are your ranged units. These are your siege units. So first row, second row, third row. Once you see the board, you'll understand. These are the hero cards. Once you get hero cards, those are the gold cards. We won't be able to use those in these first 7 games because we won't acquire them. But basically, weather effects don't hurt them. They can't be knocked off the board by other issues either. But that's for another time. That's not starter strategy stuff. Weather cards, I got rid of them all. And then that decoy is our special card. What a decoy does is when someone plays a spy on you, you can lay that down and switch any card on your side with the decoy. You can lay the decoy down. So if I'm winning big, I can use that and pull back another high card, and I can save that for the next round. Or I can lay that on a spy that someone put on me. Now I can use that spy back on them. So what a spy is are the guys with the eyeball, which is this guy here. We lay him down on your opponent. You give your opponent 5 on his front row there, and you will get to draw 2 cards. So anytime you play a spy, it goes to the opponent, but then you draw 2 more cards. Usually that's a huge benefit, and you definitely want to do that. So the more spy cards you get, the better for me. Again, so I think we're ready to go with our first hand of Gwent here. You hit triangle at the bottom, it says. There's your rows. You'll see there's 3 rows for each of you, front, middle, and back. Now it'll give you your cards. You need to change out 2 cards. That's just the way the game is played. It gives you the opportunity. Sometimes you want to do that with the certain cards. That way you can draw them out of your main deck. So we want to trade out this little 1 guy because I didn't want him there anyway. Oh, that 1 went to an 8. That was a good draw. And we'll go ahead and get rid of the 4 here. Now, as you can see, the opponent will go first here. I want to explain that. He's front row. He's got 2. So he has 2 points. You see on the left, there's 2 red gems for each of us. That's the once you lose 2 of them, that means you lost your 2 hands. You're out. How many cards each of you have? He has 9. I have 10. He has 2 points. I have 0 points. Then you shows your leader cards. And if you look down here, those are your cards. You slide across, find the one you want to play. Like I said, this is a spy card, and when I play this, it's going to go to his side and give him 5 points on the front row. But you'll notice right away I will draw 2 cards from my deck. Place on your opponent's battlefield, counts toward your opponent's total, and draw 2 cards from your deck. I'm going to draw my cards. Boom, pulls them in. I got my decoy. That's great. That way I can change it out. And we have a medic card. That's what that is. That medic card you don't want to play the first round because a medic pulls a card out of your discard pile. If you see that blank spot there next to my draw cards to the right, that's where the discards will go. I play her second or third round, and I can pull any cards that have already been played from my side, and I can reuse them instantly. Alright, so what I like to do generally is play right behind my opponent early strategy. These are for the first 7 games. That way the first hand, they'll usually pass because they think they're in a good position and they want to hold on to some cards for the next 2 rounds. They will pass generally from 13 to 17 points if I stay behind them. So right now, because I gave him that 5 points, he's up to 9. So let's go ahead and I'll use these mid-range. No, we're going to we'll go ahead and Yeah, we're going to throw this guy here down. Because I don't have his partners with me at this time. I might get them in a little while. Okay, so he's up to 11-4. So now I'm going to play this, probably this mid-range card right here for a 5. That's going to give me 9. Hopefully he'll pass. We'll see. He might not. He might not feel happy enough with that. Okay, he passed. Now what you do to pass is hold triangle, but he's passing saying, okay, I want to hold on to these 7 cards I got. Maybe this is enough for that guy. But this is where I like to have him. He's only 2 points ahead of me. All I got to do is do anything to get them 2 points, and I'm, you know, good to go. A draw will take a loss for both of you. So you don't want to draw. I want to try to win. I want to win this first hand with the minimum amount of points possible so I can slam him. Look at all those siege cards I've got. I'm going to destroy him next hand. It's going to be silly. But let's go ahead and we'll just... We can use the decoy card and get me some extra points for the next round. But I just don't see it being needed. Let's see if maybe he has a spy card he wants to play on me, and I can use that for that later. But so now I'm at 15-11. He's already passed. He cannot go any further. So I'm going to go ahead and pass, and I'm going to win this hand. Now I have a lot of points sitting there. I've got 8 cards to his 7 cards. We each still have our leader. The thing with the Northern Realms, as you saw, I just got a card. If you use in the Northern Realms deck, once you win a hand, you get to draw a card. We just drew that 4 ranged guy. So we're going to go ahead, because I feel super confident here with how many cards I got. I'm just going to go ahead and start laying stuff down. And now if he has rain, he's going to throw that on my siege cards, but that's why we have that leader that we got. It's going to clear any weather effects. What weather effects do is take those 6s and drop them all the way down to 1s. So you're just going to see me load up a bunch of cards here. This is almost kind of not fair, especially for a tutorial. But again, I played behind that guy, made him feel confident, the AI. And again, this is on normal. Just going to play all these siege cards out so I can show you this is going to be a lot of points. And don't forget, I got that medic. She's also a siege, and she also is going to bring me back one of those cards that I had from the first hand. I'm going to go ahead and play this out just so... I don't want to use her yet. I'm going to go ahead and use her so you can see how to play this decoy with her. Again, she's a medic. She's going to revive somebody. I'm going to go ahead and play her down. Now it's going to pull up my discard. Here's all my discards. We'll take the high number, right? Yeah, automatically plays them. Now, he was able to play weather because of his leader, but my leader clears all weather, so I'll be able to do that later. But I'm not going to do that yet. Now I have my decoy. What can I do with my decoy? I can go down here to my medic, and I can decoy her back into my hand. This is a great example. Well, he passed because he's only got 1 card, and it must hurt him. So I can lay my medic down again, right? Oh, she's going to let me have another one. So let's go for that big 5-pointer, just because it's easier for now. Now what this guy here does is he's going to go onto the siege row. You see that plus sign? He's going to add 1 point to every card. But you see they're rained on, so they're all at 1. So let's use our leader card here, because we're in control and I want to show how many points we get. Clear any weather effects like we wanted, and that's why we got him. You apply it. It's going to clear all that rain, and look at all them points come back. 52-15. Why not? Let's go ahead and kick his butt. Let's throw this guy down, add a point to each one of those cards. 59-15. We won that round, and we won our first hand of Gwent. We've also going to win a card from him, as I'll show you here. Before we move on to the next one.
Well,
let's skip.
If you ever
Don't need to hear all that. He's going to tell you about other Gwent players. And then on the left, you'll see that we earned a card from him here in a minute. Should be Zoltan. And there it is, Zoltan's card. So now I will hit the options button on PlayStation. Go down here, you'll now see that it says Gwent deck. So now you can look at your Gwent decks. You'll be able to look at all 4 of them. But here's my deck, and over here we see Zoltan, the new card we just earned. So I want to add him to the deck because he's a good card. Now I can get the poor F infantry guy that I didn't really want and take him off. Now he's not going to be wasting a chance of me drawing him. I can at least get Zoltan for 5. So that will do for now, and as I progress, I will get back with you guys at the next point. What I'm going to do is basically follow through until I get to the next person. The game's going to push me there, just staying on the main path, and we'll get to the next player. I'm hoping to get through to the Baron, and these will go a lot quicker as we get to them. Explain how to buy the cards and such. Again, loot everything you can, so that way you're able to sell back to the merchants that you buy your cards from. Alright. Alright, so we're at the point where Yennefer brought us to the Emperor. We spoke with the Emperor, then we re-spoke with Yennefer again, and now we're out with the Chamberlain, who has now gave us our gear back. And we want to run into the middle of this courtyard at this time, and we want to play this player here. He's pretty tough one at this early in the game. He's a tough player. Go ahead and feel confident. Let's go for a big mount.
Cards.
And we've since added those 3 decoys to our deck that we picked up in between this and the first game. Go ahead and start. And we'll see what kind of strategy. Again, we want to try to play behind them. That's looking good. We want to get rid of... I'm thinking this one. I like to have a low card like that that's also valuable. And we'll get rid of this guy because we don't have a match for him anyway. Alright, we're going to throw our spy out. Now we do have a decoy in case he plays a spy to us, which I imagine he will, and he does. We'll go ahead and play those spies out and get that decoy out there. And he's going to take our spy. We're just going to play this game together. This is going to be one of the tougher ones of the 7, I am sure. Don't we wish we had another decoy? Oh, nope. But if he gives us that spy there, that means our medic can revive that spy next hand. So we definitely don't want to play our medic until the second hand, and we can pull that spy back out for us. Alright, so now we're at the point of trying to play. We have 5, he has 4, and we both have the same amount of cards. So we want to low play, low ball, whatever you want to call it, as best we can. Let's go ahead and let's throw this up here. See how high we can get him, and then we'll try to... Oh, fantastic! He passed right away. That is awesome. So we burned 2 cards. We're really set up well. We know we're going to use that medic and get that spy card back next hand. So we're done. We're up 10-4. We're going to take this. I don't have a dummy card. I could have pulled that spy off now, but we don't have that, or dummy decoy. Alright, so we added, for winning that hand, we got the extra card, and it was another one of those bonus siege guys. And I like to go for it on our second run through, so I'm just going to go ahead. Now, I'm afraid he could have a Scorch card. So, let's go ahead and do this. Let's get that spy card out. Let's get as many cards as we can. And we got more to play with. We know what we're doing here. Alright. Got a nice siege card with a nice little level 4. And just start playing these guys out. I feel like he's got a Scorch card. Maybe I need to throw some weight at him here. I definitely want to put this 8 down because I don't have anything higher than an 8. And if he does Scorch me, then it's only going to take that one and not my other 6s. Now what a Scorch card is, it takes whatever the highest, there it is, that number 8. If he had 8s, it'd take them too. It'd take everything that's an 8, or whatever the highest card on the table is. Anything equal to that would have went. Now if he has another Scorch card, now we're in trouble. Because I don't want to have too many 6s out. So let's go ahead and play through the 5s on down, right? Actually, we could also throw one of these guys down. Make that a 7. See, I'm trying to protect those 6s I have in my hand. That's what I'm thinking right now. Now I got a 7 out there, so I can throw any other 6 down and I'm okay. So we'll come out with one of our 4s. Now remember, when we put those two together, they're the handshaking, they're the same. They will be 8s once they're down together, if I can get them down safely. Again, knowing our leader card will clear off any weather. We're thinking at any time he could drop weather, but we want to save that for the end. So we'll come in here with this 5. Not really paying attention to what he's doing. I don't really care. There's the Scorch for the 7. See? Saved that. Nice. Saved that. So let's go ahead and decoy out another one of these 6s. Can make it a 7 again, just in case he has 3 Scorch cards, which would be crazy. But if he did, now I'm protecting all my lower cards. You don't want to have a whole bunch of 7s up there and they all get wiped out. That would really be bad. Again, so since we have a 7 up there, he's only got 3 cards left. I'm feeling safe. You know what? Let's go ahead and give this guy to him and make it an 8. Now we're really safe. Which means now I can throw those 6s down. Now he's looked at my cards, so he has an idea of what I've got going. An 8. I don't want to go higher than an 8 until he's played out. Or I don't want to equal an 8. That was a pretty tough one for us there. Now if you had the range weather, you could the fog, you could knock those guys out for him. Still feeling confident here. I'm not doing the math in my head. I'm just not gonna. Let's go ahead and pop this 7 down. Oh, that's right. I had 2 of them. It made it an 8. We're in good shape, I think, there. If I play this, then I have 2 8s. If I play this, it's only 1 more 8. I'm pretty screwed if he had another Scorch. I don't think he's gonna. Oh, he passed. He let me away. So we're 59 to 68. That's 9. We're about to make 2 8s. And this was a close one. 68 to 71. I hope you all were able to pay attention and see what I was trying to do in the protection side of those cards. That was a great example right there of being able to do that. I haven't been able to do that in a long time, thinking about that Scorch card coming. So, all right, let's see what we got. We get our 20 crowns because we bet 10, we won 10. So we get a Foltest card. It's another one of our leaders. So we'll go ahead and look at that. That should be the one for the siege. All right, change leader with square. Go over. Yeah. So now doubles the strength of all your siege units unless the commander's horn is already present. You saw that guy play on that last one. If you need to go back, you can look. He played this horn. A guy was blowing a horn. He set to the side. What those do is double everything in the row. That's what really got to me and almost scared me out. I thought, oh no. But what this will do, instead of having this one where we clear the weather, this will double everything on that back row of the siege weapons, which is fantastic and super powerful. But if they have rain, they wipe it out. So if you're going to play with this, you need to make sure you got a clear weather card in there to protect and hope you have it in your hand. So you got to think about that. I'm still going to stay with this one because I really like clearing the weather, knowing I have control of weather cards at the end if they try to hit me and stop me. Alright, we'll progress further, and I believe we'll probably be getting the next. We might have a couple of places to buy, but I think we're going to be getting to the Crow's Perch where the Baron's at, and I'll show you where to buy. There's like 4 places you get to buy cards in there, plus play 4 guys before we hit the Baron. Alright. Alright, so once you go to the crossroads, and we talk to the innkeep, and you leave and you go to where he tells you to go, and you get done doing what is asked of you, you'll end up being sent to the Baron's castle. So this is Crow's Perch, where the Baron is, and we're going to have 2 merchants and 2 armorers in here that will all sell you cards and play Gwent with you. So those are our next 4, and then we'll play the Baron. I'll try to put timestamps in of just playing so you don't have to see all this. But let's go ahead and see what we got going with this guy. And again, I've been looting and getting all I can to end up selling, but I don't think I'm going to need it. The first time I sold early was about all I'm probably going to need. Now see, he wants to play Gwent, plus he might, and I think he sells us cards. Been a while. Yep, there they are. So we're going to want to go ahead and pick up all these cards. Now, we could play Gwent now, or we can make sure none of them go in our deck. Check our Gwent deck. Did we get anything new? Oh yeah, the Commander's Horn. We want to definitely put that in there, because that's going to double everything on whatever row we decide to put it on to the left. Now these next 4, well, one of them's got monster deck. She's a little tough, but most of these shouldn't be a challenge for us at this point where we are in the game. Go ahead and play Gwent.
How about a few rounds of cards? Gwent specifically.
Again, go into his wares, buy the cards, and then come out. I already bought them and fixed them in my deck and remembered I had to hit record. Okay, so here we go. Start the game. Alright, 2 decoy cards are great. We got our new Commander's Horn in there. That's going to double anything on one row. Got our spy card. Oh, that's fantastic, because this guy's pretty low level player. We'll trade out this guy. I don't want to trade. I'm going to trade. Let's get rid of the art. We don't need the archer. I'd rather trade it. Oh, another dummy card. Oh my goodness. I'm not really sure what to do about all them. That's a little bit of a powerful deck for not having all 3 dummy decoy cards. It's a little bit overdone. There we go with our spy. Get our 2 cards. Until I get more cards to be able to want to use my decoy or play a harder player. If I were playing a guy that is definitely going to throw spies at me, then those decoys are fantastic. Alright, so now we're in a good position. He's at 7, we're at 0. Let's stay behind him. Let's throw this guy down. Try to get this guy to pass at some point. Oh, he's got a spy. I didn't know he had that. Nice. He just gave it to us, right? And we'll even the odds. We'll give it back. Fantastic. And now you've seen how you steal someone else's spy again. And we'll go ahead and throw it. This is the best spy because it's only a 1. So you're only giving the guy a 1 point on his side, and you still get the 2 cards. Again, I think that's picked up in Skellige, if I remember. Again, not paying attention to what he's doing. He doesn't have much going on. 12 to 4. Let's just throw up anything. Just try to get him to pass here. 12-9. Nope. He wants a little more, he says. Alright, so we can pretty much throw another... I don't want to use my commander, obviously, or my siege guy, because he's going to give me 1 extra on each of the... This should do it. He should pass. What? I'm telling you, most times they'll pass. Yeah, we'll just stay right behind him, I guess, and we'll throw up... If I throw the 6, he's just going to require me to beat him. We got way too many cards for him, so... This is one of them we're just going to roll right through this guy. Get him to quit on us. Well, he did use the rain, so now we're a little bit behind. Maybe I can... I'm going to show you how to decoy him out a little, maybe? Let's go ahead and... We want to get him to pass. Give him his chance to pass here. We'll throw that up. I got 2 decoys. I ain't going to use them on anything else. So let's go ahead and pull that guy back. And and see if we... I'm going to go ahead and... If I pull my 4 back and my siege card comes up, I'm just going to go ahead and clear the weather so I can get a better look at what I need if I don't already pass him. Yeah, we're tied, so let's go ahead and trade. Yeah, let's trade the 6 for the 8. I think that's the best benefit for us here. And we'll go ahead and pass. Yeah, the reason I did that was to waste a 6 on 4 more points versus 2. And I was almost going to dummy this guy, just in case I drew one of them, and I did, which would have been even more beneficial, but you don't know that's going to happen. He's got 4 cards to our 6, and we've already played. Again, we drew because we won. With the Northern Realms deck, that's the bonus for it. And we're just going to play these guys out. Hopefully he does not have another raining card. If he does, we're in a lot of trouble. So we can at least make an 8 on our front guy there. If he has a rain card, we're in real big trouble here. Oh, there he goes pulling out. Spy card on me, and if I had my dummy, I could have took it. What he did was played his medic, and he was able to get his spy card, gave him an extra card. In the end, depending on what cards he got, we should really outplay him points-wise, because once I commander horn that bottom row. And here we go, putting these on, adding 1 to each of those bottom cards. And then we'll double all of those. Oh, he's going with the fog, and we didn't have any archers, so that didn't affect us at all. We're already won because we're at 35, but let's really get them. Make sure we move this commanders. See, you got to choose. It defaults to the front row, but I want it down here, so we'll apply that. Doubles all those cards, and we won. Let's see what kind of card we got.
Brought home a bucket of peelings yesterday, the feast we had.
The Elven Skirmisher. Okay, I'm not going to go into the deck for that because obviously that's not for ours. I think that's a Societal. I'll keep you with me here while I run up here so you can see where to go. Come on, Roach. Let's go up the hill. Oh, and we got to talk to these guys, so I'll bring you back. Alright, so now we've got through the guards at the gate.
Soldier.
You see how this guy, we're supposed to follow him?
Deserter.
We will go on up here first. Let's go ahead and do this before we meet the Baron, while we're out here. Try to ignore what they're saying. Come up here to the armor and we'll have a talk with him. And he wants to play Gwent, as you see down there, but let's see what he's got.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
He should... Oh, I thought he had cards. Oh well. He doesn't have cards to buy, but he's got a card to win. So let's play his next round here.
Yearning to play
It's
a
our
few
4th
rounds
hand to
of
Gwent
That
in
ought to
this
set me
tutorial. Again, I'll try to use timestamps to help skip through the different types to understand what I'm talking about. Alright, we want the decoy, we want the commander. Wouldn't hurt to have one of them. I'd like to have another one of those. You'll notice I like to get rid of the range guys. It's kind of nice just not really messing with them at this point. Yeah, they gave me a 4. Let's see. He's using the Societal pack. If that's how you say it. Sounds right. Okay, now there's going to be some interesting cards in here, I imagine, and I'll explain them as we get to them. Again, let's low play them. No spies. try to stay low and see what we can get him to do. Okay, there we go. Now you see that card, he's going to get another one. That's from his deck. You see the little knight helmets? With that, you have two different pictures there, but they're called the same card. They have the same name on the card. When you have that in your deck, you just want one of those at that level or that name. And then when you play it, every one that you have like that in your deck is automatically brought up to the playing surface. So that's where trading those two cards at the beginning will really help. You can kick some of those out if you have one. That way you can draw them out of your deck. It's extra cards. And sometimes it's a real booger if you got a lot of them. So that's when you want to have a lot of extra cards in your deck versus just the minimum best cards or close to the minimum. If you have a lot of awesome cards, then you want to put anything you want in there. Alright, so he's up by 1. Still going to have to play him. We don't want to waste that. I was thinking about decoying to come down to get him to pass, but I don't think he's going to pass here. Let's see what he does. A little bit of thinking, Okay, now he's up to that mark. So we're going to go ahead and drop this guy to get us 14. He'll be ahead by 1. Let's hope he passes. And he didn't. We can still pull that guy back with our dummy card if we need to, or maybe draw our medic. Don't want to use our siege cards because we want to be able to commander's horn those. So let's throw this guy out there. He just wants to keep playing us down. Still ahead. I'm tied at the card count. I'm gonna hope that my cards are better because I can still. Yeah, there he goes. Got the helmets. What's he gonna pull in? 2 more of those dwarves. Alright, now that puts him at 32 to 27. Now I'm down in cards. I do not want to pass at this point. I want to be able to win this with our little amount of cards. Again, I've got my decoy, but I gotta stay ahead, and I'm up by 5. If I take this down, I can. If he passes, I can still use my decoy and win. Nope, he's gonna go for it. My goodness. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do here. I've got to have 2 cards to play the next 2 hands. If I lose this, he's only got 2 cards. What do we want to pull back? Probably just one of our siege cards, just to make sure we have a high enough number of their 6s. We have to have 2 playable cards. Let's do that. Yeah, I'll let you pass, that's fine. Now I'm gonna pass and take this loss. I have to have 2 cards. That Commander's Horn is no good on its own. He has 2 cards, I got 3 with the Commander's Horn. So there he is with the 6. Now if he has another 6, that's 12. And if I did that, it'd be 12. So I want to make sure I can beat him on this one and make him use that last card or pass. He's going to throw his last card. He's got nothing. I won this, and I'm the only one with cards left. So we won. By taking that loss, knowing the card count, we're going to win this. This has been really good. We've had different strategies and gameplays of what to use. I'm going to get a card. Now, obviously he doesn't have a card, so we win no matter what. Going to play him out. What's the maximum benefit to our commander? To go down here on the 6, double it to a 12. And automatic win. A little tougher than I expected. Alright. So once you get him, you'll come back here to her. She's right behind the armor. She does not have an icon, but she does have a card to play for. Now she has the monster deck, and she is a tough task.
Up for a few rounds.
You may want to
Gwent.
just skip around her, go over to the other merchant, and then go on to the Baron, and then come back in with his spy card if you can get that. Added 2 Biting Frost because the monster deck, they have a strong front row, and it's nice to have Biting Frost to fight it. That's good. And we got our spy. Don't have our medic. Trade out. Oh, we got a dummy card. Not a bad hand to start with. We're looking decent. Would have liked to have the medic in there for sure. Let's go ahead and get our spy done. Maybe they'll steal it and give it back, right? Oh, we got another Biting Frost. Good deal. That's really good for this monster deck. Now there they go. See those double helmets? It's going to bring every card, even though they look different, they have the same name, and they'll pull them out of their deck automatic. And some of them were in his hand, obviously. That's why his card numbers are down. So let's go ahead and build him up really good here, or think about Gwent beating him by throwing down some frost if we can get him to pass. So let's do this. Stay behind him, but stay off the front row. There we go. Now I can drop this Biting Frost. I'm going to get me a. I'm going to go ahead and knock both front rows out. Now we're 5-4. I'm going to be able to get away with playing 2 cards, drawing 2, and get a free win out of that, and still keep all these to see what we can do for the next hand. Now let me tell you, that was complete luck of the draw. Now they had to leave the spy card down evidently. So let's get let's go ahead and play out here. Still have our clear weather, so if they end up raining on us back there, we have our Biting Frost, so we can stop their whole front row. Let's let them get all them. See, there they go. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Let them get them all out there. We got frost for them. But that frost is also going to hurt our little guys there. Our little, what do they call, blue something. Just want them to play it out. Because if they rain on us and then we frost them, I'm going to want to do that. Because I don't want to end up clearing their frost. I want to clear their rain on us, but not the frost on them. Hopefully that makes sense. If I were to do frost, then they did rain, then I'd end up clearing both, and I need to take those points away from them. Only 4 cards left. If they have rain. That's great. All the points is huge, but my Biting Frost is going to wipe it out unless they have clear weather. Might be getting ahead of ourselves. Look at all them cards. Down to 1 card, but he's got 110 points in their front row. Now we're going to be able to take that out here pretty quick. All because we added this card in. So weather cards are good if you're able to play them at the right time. They're out of cards. And we will win this. Let's go ahead and drop that. Drop this. 120 to 49. Play this 1 card. $37 to $32. You talk about squeaking it out. Now, I do have the dummy card, but there's really no point in playing it. Once I play it, I'm going to pick up card and I just lay it back down. We beat her by 5. That's how close it was. You see all them cards? We got very lucky there. Now you can do it without the frost. I've beat her before with this low deck on the starter on my playthrough plus or my new game plus. So it's possible. But again, if she frustrates you, move around her, go on until you get some better cards and come back and beat her. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish this game so we can see what card we got. And then you'll see if it's worth your time to even spend on it early. Get it over here where we can see it. Ah, the Griffin. Nice. Oop, wrong button. And we go over here to the Gwent deck. And what is the Griffin in? Monsters? Yep, there it is. All that for that little 5-point monster card. So later on it'd be easier, but early on that's a tough task. So I highly recommend you go around her unless you really just want to beat her, but don't let it frustrate you. Alright, got that game saved out of the way. Now we'll come up to this Quartermaster again. Now we're one more is the
Fancy
Baron.
a gander at our little stockpile. We've gathered our...
I can't remember, let's check. What kind of cards
Show me what you got.
Merchant. Yeah, here's another thought. You could come over here if it's worth it. I don't know. Okay, that. Cynthia. Oh, okay. I'm gonna back up
See
here.
ya.
Let's see. I could have done it, I know, but I want to see if that was worth. Is there something there to grab before? Get off monsters. Yeah, there's nothing. Cynthia must be for different things. Okay, so so I want to take off my biting frost now. This guy, I won't need it for him. I don't believe. All right. Let's play Gwent.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent.
Deck set up. Again, didn't need to back out. I just wanted to. Just natural order, I guess. Okay. Don't like her. Don't need him. Again, they're just trade-off cards. I gotta remember where my numbers are. So I'm showing you most of these hands aren't really helping our deck here at the end. Pay attention to who they were, and you don't even need to play them. Go right for the Baron if you want. But I'm just doing this obviously for experience to learn. Alright. And that you can beat hard decks. That hard monster deck can be beat with this. Let's go ahead and play the archers this round. Okay, they're at 11. I need to stay behind them, don't I? Didn't do a good job of that, did I? Got to talking. If I play my 1, I'm gonna tie him and force him up. We're just playing tit for tat now. I'm guessing his deck ain't strong enough for the decoys, so let's go ahead and pull. If he goes to 21 and I take off, let's do this. He can get ahead of me. Exactly. Now I can decoy my 4 back, but still throw down a 6 to win. Hopefully that makes sense to you. If he passes. Of course not. Why would he do that? I had to throw an 8 to win if I did that. Still didn't help. Well, he just wants to play it all the way out. We can probably keep up with him here. I think I'd rather go. Yeah. And go for our double, guys, because I gotta outdo his car. Okay, now he does it. Are you kidding me? Oh. Oh, I wish I could pull that 4 back and done a 6 instead, but no, hopefully our 8 and 6 are higher than his, and then we get a card for winning. This hand, a medic maybe, or anything strong. Oh, another siege, good deal. Alright, tit for tat here, let's go. 3 on 3. Hopefully these cards are all weaker than ours. We'll go ahead and play this out. Not much strategy in this game here. I mean, but clear weather card. Thanks a lot. And let's go after him with our 8 here. If he throws down rain, we can clear it. So did the impenetrable fog with his card. So I have to play my leader card here and hope he doesn't have a rain card. That's not good. Don't be a rain card. Whew. Wasn't worth him playing, evidently. Must have been a frost. Alright, and there you have it. 6 hands of Gwent. Right off the bat with the starter deck. And now we're on to the Baron. I'll see you on the other side of that. Okay, so once you meet the Baron, you'll have to go through cutscenes, and then he'll have some studying you got to do with your Witcher senses. You got to do some investigating through the castle, and then once you get done with that and it says go back and talk to the Baron, you'll go back, you'll do your little talk, and then once you're released from that, then you're able to talk to him. Then he'll walk back down to this room, or you can stop him on the way from there.
I'm listening. What do you come to me?
And then let's play Gwent.
Ever play Gwent?
I do. And what's more, I usually win. If you've a deck, sit down.
This is the
Outplay
first
me,
main player
and I'll
you'll
give you
play.
one of my unique cards. How's that for enticement?
And he gives a unique card, which is a spy card, which you definitely want
Let's
to
lay him
get
down.
early. Alright, so we got our 22 unit cards. Any specialty cards? Make sure we're, like we've been playing, same thing. Our 7th hand, and final hand for this. 2 dummies, that's great because we know he has the spy cards. We're going to want to use them. Couldn't have asked for a better setup there. Great. Oh, got our spy card on top of it. This might be a long hand with a lot of... Trade her best off. Okay. Alright, so it's going to be a spy play here, I guarantee you. Build him up. Oh, and we got another decoy. Is he seriously not going to give me a play? Show that spy card. Show me one. Alright. Let's go for this. There you go. I stayed behind him. He showed his spy card. We will. Now we'll get him going. That's the card, actually, the Dijkstra card. That's the card you're going to win from this. Good deal. So let's go ahead and take that one too before we play them. He's got some low cards in there, honestly. Alright, he's passed with his 19. We're still going to go ahead and give him this 4th spot here. Alright, we got all of our cards. We need to get 13 points. So we'll go ahead and burn this guy since he's doubled up there. Well, could have used our medic. Alright, so we just need a 1-pointer there to tie or 2 to move on. But we're going to go ahead and sacrifice this 5. We don't... Hold on. I don't want to decoy anything back. Instead, I don't have my 8 to pull that 6. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and drop this guy out. And we'll take the win. This is a very lucky hand as well. Hopefully you're starting. By now you should start to be comfortable with the game. I hope you are. Again, this is beginning strategy. Low cards, early stuff. As you change, I played my main playthrough with just this deck as I built it and got my hero cards as I toured around. Gwent's like my favorite part of the game. Well, not a favorite part, but like I can live on it for a long time. Alright, so we're just, at this point, just gonna put the hurt on him, hopefully. Depending on what cards he's got out there. So let's go ahead and spread our guys out. In case he wants, it might entice him to play a weather card. We also might give him a win just to see what happens. Pretty sure he doesn't have another. Now if he has a medic card, he's going to pull that spy card out on us. So we got to kind of think about that. Which is okay because we still have our dummy. It's if he has Scorch, it's gonna hurt. Now if he has Scorch, he's gonna burn his 8, not us. So we're okay with doing this. We don't want to add that guy, we're gonna make those 8s. And then if he has Scorch, he'll wipe them out. So I'll slow down there. Right now our sieges are up to 7. If I play this guy right here, that's going to make those 8s. Then they're equal to his 1-8. If he has a Scorch card, it'll wipe out the highest number on the board. And at this time is an 8. So we don't want to make those 8s yet. Alright, so he let us win. We'll go ahead and play this out. Just for maximum points. And there we have it. Now we're about to win this. Again, go to all your merchants all through the game. Buy every card you can buy. Get your deck set up the best you can. This is just a starter strategy. Your strategy will change throughout the game of Witcher 3. I hope this helped many people because I don't want it to discourage you from playing and thinking it's a stupid game. Once you get the hang of it, you will get addicted to it. I was the same way 4 years ago when I started The Witcher, and I'm glad it's popular again because I'm excited to get back and playing it right now. It's been fantastic. Playing on Death March is quite interesting, but I got to bring in my stuff. I'm trying to get that platinum. If you have questions, please put them in the comments. I'm happy to try to answer them the best I can. You know, it's just basic, but it's a start. And finish this off. Show the card we won. You'll be able to look around and find the other guys. There they are, tracking the Gwent players and Velen, and you'll get that throughout the game. But then you can start finding Dijkstra. Right there was my card. Go to the deck, and there he is, our new spy card. We'll add him in. We're at 23 cards now, so we can dump somebody, and we'll get rid of Shelvin's gags. All right, and that's my deck. So. Again, good luck with it, and thanks for watching.